The topic is finding a formula for the inverse function. So let's do this example. Find the inverse function of f of x equal 1 minus square root of x over 1 plus square root of x. I mean, let's just say what is the domain, just make it more fun. So the domain here will be what? All the x's such that you want this x, whatever is under the radical, you want it to be, and same thing here, you want it to be bigger or equal than 0. Well, yes, right? And you don't want square root of x to be -1. In other words, you don't want the denominator to be 0. But of course, we know square root of x cannot be equal to -1. So the domain will be x has to be bigger or equal than 0. So let's do this problem. So for number 1, let y equal f of x. So y is equal 1 minus square root of x over 1 plus square root of x. Now we know x is positive. Now what else? Number 2, we need to swap x and y. So y becomes x and x becomes y. Right? Each x becomes y. Now remember, since x was positive and y becomes x, then y becomes positive. Right? Y takes the role of x. Now what's the next step? Next step is solve for y. So how do we solve for y? Just write the 1 and just multiply across, right? So x times 1 plus square root of y will be equal 1 times 1 minus square root of y. Now we're solving for y, so I want all the y's to be on the left side, so I need to distribute x plus x square root of y is equal 1 minus square root of y. Don't forget y is positive, we might need it. Now I put all the y's on the same side and everything is on the right side. So x square root of y plus square root of y is equal to 1 minus x. I'm moving x to the other side. Now I'm looking for y, so I can factor the y. Square root of y, factor of what? X plus 1 is equal to 1 minus x. Now divide both by x plus 1 to solve for square root of y. Square root of y is equal to 1 minus x over x plus 1. Don't forget y is bigger than 0. Y is bigger than 0. See, we need it here. We want y to be bigger than 0 because it's under radical. Now, let's square root both sides to get a y. Square root of y squared. 1 minus x over x plus 1 squared. We know that y is positive, so it's fine. So remember, y is positive, and you square the square root, you get y. Now, this is going to be equal 1 minus x over x plus 1 squared. And that's it. This is the formula for the inverse function. Well, let's do number 4. Replace y by f inverse. 1 minus x over x plus 1 squared. So this is actually the formula. It's the same. And that's it for this example.